Hey everyone, welcome back. This is MC Beauty. Okay, so we got the seasons changing, and then of course we got the social distancing going on, but I'm just gonna be talking about seasons changing right now. So one of the big factors going on with the seasons changing is simply this, all right? You need to watch your skin, right? We've talked about this before, and I'm sorry, probably every season changed, like from spring into summer, winter into spring, summer, and fall, whatever. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna bring it up because it's a big factor a lot of people don't think about, okay? So you need to think about it. All right, so for me personally, when I'm shifting from winter to spring, summer, my skin does some really weird stuff. I don't know about you guys, but most of my clients or anyone I deal with, I've noticed that when it happens is, like for me personally, as an example, my skin will all of a sudden get really, really dry. And then a couple weeks later, my skin will do this massive purge. Like I will have this, like you can see it right here, breakout going on with my skin, which is because of the season changing. So I'm constantly having to shift up my skin routine to try and keep my skin happy during this change. So don't be afraid to do that. Another example is this. My husband has oily skin, but during the summer, he gets more of a dry, oily combination. So it's very frustrating for him because most of the time, he's really bad about this, right? He'll wash his face, he'll occasionally use toner, but mofo do not like to use moisturizer. He seems to think he don't, whatever. He seems to think he don't need it, which is absolute bullcrap, okay? He does, but during the summertime, he actually has to use a facial spray to keep his skin happy, and it bothers him to no end when this is all going on. Another example is Sierra here. When we're shifting into the summertime, I've noticed with her skin, it gets a little bit more oily just in one spot, and then everything else is like super dry, and then she gets red sensitivity here. This is an example, like she gets dry, like really oily, sensitive, and then freaking dry. So she's like having to try find a happy medium to make her skin happy. My mother's skin is an example of it just like freaking out on her. It's like she has a compromised immune system, so her skin just does really off the wall things for her, and it's just very frustrating for her as well. So don't be afraid to like switch it up, and just don't be like, oh my god, it's just me. It's not, it's everybody. It's everybody's skin that's freaking out. It's not just yours. Don't be afraid to switch it up. Ask your esthetician if you have one. Don't be afraid to go into an Ulta. Consults with the estheticians there is absolutely free. Don't be afraid to ask them if you can't get a hold of an esthetician or anything, to be like, yo, this is what's going on. I need a direction of like maybe trying to help calm that down as well, okay? So just something to look out for. Another thing is something else too, okay? I mean, during the winter, a lot of skins get like either really oily or really dry. Mine kind of flip-flops a lot, honestly. But the thing is, you gotta remember to, of course, always remember to use your masks. It's especially important that we do it during here in the summertime, even though you're like, my skin is super oily. Yeah, your skin is oily, but you still need to put on a mask. Like, you don't just do all those hard masks like, oh, I need to do a clarifying mask. Oh, I need to do one that's gonna purge my skin. Oh, I just need a deep pore charcoal mask. No, you gotta switch it up. Like, don't be afraid to use a brightening mask, a hydrating brightening mask on oily skin. Like, don't be like, oh, well, I'm just gonna go for the super hydrating one for like sensitive to dry skin. No, look at the masks. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Look at it and make sure it says all skin types for a brightening, and it has like a little hydration in there. It should not hurt your skin. Of course, don't be afraid to ask questions because everyone's skin is different. So something to bear in mind. Remember, we gotta use the mask, especially during the summer. It's a great thing to do if you're getting out in the sun to fight the signs of sun radiation and anti-aging, all right? The next thing is we're gonna be talking about is, of course, the sun. Here in Arizona, it is beautiful most days currently. And so with the social distancing going on, my family and I, of course, we are taking advantage of this and sunbathing. My friend Heather, who had unfortunately got shipped off somewhere else, she's like cursing me every day, okay? I love her, but she's like wanting to smack me. All right, so let's talk about it. There is a mixed bag, in my opinion, on whether or not you should sunbathe or not. Okay, well, here is my professional opinion and take on it, okay? Simply put is this, and I'm gonna clarify on this like a little bit in just a sec, all right? I do not believe that getting 20-25 minutes of sun is going to hurt your skin. You are not gonna develop sun cancer just from going out in the sun for 20 to 25 minutes. It's actually good for you. It helps your body absorb vitamin D. Gives you the vitamin D that you need to help absorb calcium, things you need. There's nutrients and things you get from the sun. It's also been proven that getting outside and having the sun like hit you is good for your mental health. It's actually good for you. So I'm just gonna say it. If you wanna go outside for 20, 25 minutes, it's not gonna hurt you. You're not gonna get cancer. It's not a bad thing. Don't be afraid to let a little sun penetrate deeply. And this is why I'm saying that. SPF has actually caused some problems with people getting vitamin D, vitamin C deficiencies because they're not getting any sun, all right? They're like caking on the sunblock and they're like, the sun's not getting in so the skin can absorb some of this nutrients, and that's the problem. So if you're gonna be outside longer than that, of course, put on the SPF. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying at all that I'm anti-SPF. No, I'm saying in my professional opinion, it does not hurt based off the evidence I've like read and been shown for y'all to get some sun. It's not gonna hurt, okay? However, I am just gonna clarify on a couple things. If you are gonna like try and sunbathe in that time, I'm not like anti-tanning oils. Like, why not? I haven't been told, I haven't seen or read anything or been told or shown something that says that they're bad for your skin. So like you're gonna be out for, 20, 25 minutes, using that, taking advantage of that. I don't see the problem with it, but of course, everyone's skin's different. Please don't be afraid to consult others on this matter, okay? Now, the flip side to this. Okay, if you have a compromised immune system, or if you have gotten a organ transplant, I know that certain types of organ transplant medicine, like for liver or kidney, you can't be out in the sun. It is highly discouraged. You should be coating yourself in SPF top to bottom, and do not forsake that information. No, coat yourself in that. I would be more like, maybe some fake bake would be your friend, or like, you're gonna have to take supplements to supplement the fact that you can't actually get direct sunlight because it will screw you up. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to go get a spray tan, all right? Fake it. If you have on certain medicines, like I said, if you have a compromised immune system, or, if you're even getting like chemo or radiation treatments, I don't encourage the sun thing. You need to talk to your doctors and kind of come up with a plan from there and see what's gonna be best for you. Of course, there's always a flip side to everything. If you have an allergy to the sun, if you're super sensitive to the sun, don't do this. But I'm just saying, for the average Joe, I don't see the issue with going outside and enjoying it for 25 minutes. I don't. And I'm gonna be even more frank, my kids, they were blessed with some like great genetics, not on my end. I'm sorry, that's not me. I'm like really pale. I'm working at just like getting this golden color, right? My kids, doesn't matter if I put sunblock on them, what I put on them, they're out in the sun for 5 minutes and they got a tan. So, kind of is what it is there. If you are like me and you're like super sensitive to the sun, please take steps to be smart about it, because you will burn, you will peel, and it will screw up your skin in the later years, okay? Hope you're all having a okay spring into summer transition with the social distancing. Of course, please continue to be smart. And thank you guys so much for the comments and outreach to us to make sure that we're okay. It does mean a lot to us here. And thank you guys. It really does mean a lot. We have exciting things going on. Okay, guys, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel just to show us some support. Of course, we'll do our best to get everything posted here on our blog, but it would mean a lot to us if you could show us some support and give us a thumbs up and subscription on over at our YouTube channel. Okay, guys? Thank you all so much.